Welcome to the What's Going On podcast.
What's going on?
Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect those of our sponsors. This show is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.
Take that.
Listener discretion is advised.
All right. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah, dude. But like I said, you just need to figure out how to explain to this person or persons, what's going on, bro. Like I said, everything has a purpose, dog, and this job is not gonna be the forever job. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that wholeheartedly that everybody's on a mission to do better.
Right.
Some people really, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Some people really don't want to change, and they're stuck in this realm of like, yo, I'm okay getting by. I was, I was never the guy to just be okay to get by, dude. No, I just, bro, if there's more, I want to do more. You know what I'm saying? If I can get it, I want to go get it. But some people really don't want that, bro.
And
And
I think the thing that's really beat me up about it is that we've had these conversations like plenty of times,
oh man,
plenty of times, and it's like the only other option from here is to go to the management, but no, the management already told me what's going to happen, and I don't want that to happen. So that's what's really like
yeah. Well, it's either that boy or you know you
deal with
continue
stress.
to you deal with stress and bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, I don't care how much I like you, bro, I'm not stressing out for nobody anymore. I'm just not. I am
Yeah.
not going. If I can help you, I'll help you, but I am not gonna let your problems become my problem, bro. I tell that shit to everybody. You can ask anybody I fuck with, especially nowadays, bro.
hmm
Bro, even my brother, I'll tell that shit to. But like, yo, I'll help you, but your problems are not my problems. I don't give a fuck about your problems. I'll help you, but I don't want your problems. You know what I mean?
hmm
Oh, I got this going on. But I don't give a fuck, bro. That had nothing to do with me. I don't want nothing, none of that shit over here. I'll help you. I'll get you a job or, we could, I'll show you how to do some things, but I don't want none of your trouble. I don't want none of your drama at all, bro. And
Yeah.
that's one thing you gotta let niggas know, bro.
Yeah.
Or maybe you need to sit down and be like, yo, listen up, bro. You my mans, I love you, but listen, this is work and you fucking up my vibes and you stressing me the fuck out, son. So either you either get your shit right or something's gonna happen. They're gonna let you go, bro, because I can't be dealing with this shit no more, bro.
Mm.
I'm doing, and for example, I'm doing 10 cars and you doing 5. Like, nigga, you need to step your game up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm out here detailing or changing oil and you over here cutting it loose while I'm picking up the slack. Nah, you need to you need to figure this out. You my mans, I love you, but now you fucking with my money, bro. You need to stop this bullshit. And if he gets
Yeah.
mad, bro, he gets mad. That's it. You know what I mean? What he gonna do? He ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
mean, listen. I had dudes at work that owed me money, and I let that shit go for like a cool month, and then like I'm like, yo, bro, you owe me some bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he be like, nah. I'm like, look, listen. Before shit gets ugly, you need to go walk your ass to the bank and give me my bread, bro. You're not leaving this dealership until you pay me. And I'm talking. I had discussions like with grown people, bro. I had to
hmm
threaten them to get them right. So maybe you need to, you know, be a little bit more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
Yeah.
go out there and punch and fight, but I'm just saying like you need to let niggas be like, yo, bro, this is what it is, bro. You know what I mean?
hmm
Sometimes niggas need tough love, bro. They ain't gonna get it if you keep fucking squaddling niggas, bro. I'm telling you.
True that. True.
Yeah.
True.
But
Yep.
yeah, just take care of that shit, son. If he's your man, he'll understand. If he don't understand, then he's not your boy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, maybe you just keep him as a work friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, some people will stay around just for the sheer fact that they're coming up on you. You know what I mean? They ain't bringing nothing to the table, nigga. You can't eat. You better bring some paper plates or something.
I know what you mean, bro.
You know what I mean? I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just been in that game so long, like I don't even want to play it no more. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Time out for the dumb shit, man.
Yeah, man. Just like if he grown, you grown, y'all have that conversation, and that shit goes straight. It goes straight. Maybe you put him on to something. If it don't, then maybe he ain't your real friend, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with losing friends. I've lost plenty of them. I'm fine. Yeah, real talk, bro. I had best friends that talk crazy to my wife, and they think it was yeah. This was a long time ago, and they thought it was cool, and even me growing up, I was like, nah, that ain't, the wife was like, yo, what are you gonna do? I'm like, yo, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? This is my wife. Like she's my family now. Some people are just too comfortable.
Yeah.
Just because they know you, that they're gonna say something and be like, oh, he's my boy, he ain't gonna do shit. Nah, bro, like it's my family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I dished out family members for my family. My wife, my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they my family now. Like,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, my family is my family, but they're in the forefront now. They're the ones I take care of. They take care of me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to bat against anybody for my family. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like my wife, my kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't give a fuck if you're my brother or my sister, my uncle, my aunt, my mom. Even my mom, God bless the dead. Even my mom, when she was alive, she had called. I don't want to say beef with Jess, but it was more like my mom was real. I don't know, man. She was like kind of stuck in her ways, you know what I'm saying? So like, her and Jess used to get into like these little mommy daughter spats, mommy, in-law spats, and always put me in the middle. And I had to grow up and realize like, yo, this is my wife, this is my mom, and I had to learn how to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I moved to Georgia, to be honest with you. But I had to learn how to separate the two, bro, and I had to choose. And I chose my wife and my kid. You know what I'm saying? So I love my mom to death, but I was not gonna let her dictate how my life turned out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was already, I was already grown and trying to figure shit out already. So, but yeah, dude, you just gotta know. You just gotta know how to shift those battles, bro. They're gonna be a pain in the ass. You're gonna hurt some feelings, but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, dog. Yeah. This is life, bro. Everybody's like I like to say everybody's like a season in your life. Some niggas might be a long summer. Some people might be a short winter. You know what I'm saying? They might be in and out. I don't know. I just hope that everybody I encountered in my whole life, like they always had good memories of me and I wasn't such a fucking hard ass with them. But I know there's some people out there like, yo, fuck this nigga. He's an asshole. Which is fine, because if I was an asshole with you, it's probably because I really cared and loved you and I told you some shit that you needed to hear and that you didn't want to hear and I hurt your feelings. So I'm sorry. But anyway, I guess we could get into these topics and shit. Man, that was a life lesson talk right there, boy.
We haven't checked in on you, bro. Or you good?
Oh man, speaking of which, okay, so real quick, because I know we were going crazy on that last one. But so all right, so everything is cool, right? Life is life, and like always, and I'm enjoying it. I think on the last part I told you we've been doing the dog stuff. We've been selling. We got puppies. We're selling those. That's good. But Jaden, I think on the last part also I mentioned Jaden was doing his thing, and he's been teaching. He's been teaching in his school wrestling, like at his jiu-jitsu school. So he got classes that he does once a week. On Wednesdays, that he teaches young kids how to wrestle. So he's been doing that. That's like his little practicing gig. He's not getting paid for it yet, but it's more like an internship where he's learning how to develop social skills and teaching skills, which is something he wants to do because he wants to open up a dojo and a school for jiu-jitsu and all this other stuff when he gets older, whatever.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah, because UFC's on his mind, like heavy. Like he wants to do that. Like he either wants to be a fighter or a trainer or coach.
He wants to be involved with some kind
He wants to be involved in something, and he's well on the way. Like he's I have no doubt in my mind he's on the way. But he did go and get himself a little paying job at Metro Diner. So shout out to Metro Diner for hiring him. So today I just dropped him off. That's why I was a little late. I dropped him off, and as a dad, bro, it's crazy because all right, he's my oldest, so he was the first one in line to do these things. But bro, it was so like dropping him off. He's wearing his little, he has his little khakis, like black khakis, and he got his little slip resistant shoes, and and you watch your boy just go out into the world. You know what I'm saying? Like a tear came down my eye.
You such a New York nigga, bro. Like,
yeah,
you just roasted your son while complimenting him at the same time, bro.
Like I'm watching him go off. He got his little khaki slip resistant shoes. The nigga comes up to me yesterday. He's like, "Yo, Dad, how I look?" I'm like, "You look good." He goes, "Yo, check out my slip resistant." And then right when he said it, he throws himself on the floor like an idiot. I'm like, "Bro, like," he goes, "I thought they were slip resistant." I'm like, "Yeah, they're not goofy resistant." You know what I'm saying? But
oh man,
but yeah, dude, yeah, exactly, bro. It was surreal to see. Your oldest just like. Try to figure it out, for himself. He literally, and you know what's so crazy? He literally, because a couple months ago, he's like, "Dad, I want to look for a job." He was like asking me how to do it. I'm like, "Look, bro, this is 2025. Shit is different now. You got to go out there. You got to get the job. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is on the computers." I was like, "Fuck all that. Call people. People still want to hear somebody call and ask for a job. I don't care how many internet applications you do." Call. So he was trying to find a job. He had a couple things and it fell through. And then I guess he took it upon himself because I was helping him in the beginning, but I didn't want to keep telling him how to do it and helping him. I wanted him to figure it out. So I gave him the tool. I told him what to do.
Right.
And he would ask me questions or he'll ask his mom questions every now and then. But, he kind of picked up on it. But he got this job 100% by himself. Like, nice. I ain't have to go tell nobody, "Yo, hire my kid," or I have to pull in no words, or I hadn't do none of that. He went, he filled out the app online, and then he called and asked for the manager and asked the manager if they were hiring. He said yes, and they pulled his application. So I'm pretty sure he skipped like probably 20 other people or, whatever by doing that. Because, like I said, when I was hiring somebody, bro, the last thing I did was look on the computer. I was looking for people that were asking me for work. So, for instance, when I was hiring like oil change guys, I think I never went into the Milton Rubin system and asked HR, "Hey, give me some applications. I need some." Never. Even though I know there's a stack of them, but I never asked. I always found somebody who like, "Yo, my boy needs a job. All right, bring him in. Let me talk to him. Let me vibe him out and see what." And then I would hire these guys. I would be like, "Hey, fill out the app. I'll pull it. Boom." I never went into the application bin. So I know for a fact a lot of managers and supervisors don't look in the application bin until they absolutely have to. If they can't find anybody, they might pull it. You know what I mean? But like, "Yo, I need somebody for this weekend." They might dig in the crates. But yeah, he did everything on his own, bro. He got his little job. I dropped him off today. He's working. He started at 9. So see how that goes. I'm excited for him though. But he didn't look nervous. I think I was more nervous for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the kid gets in the ring and fights with people. I'm pretty sure this would be a cakewalk. But it just, just life and stuff. Like he's a serious and goofy kid. Like he's really like I can't explain. You just have to experience Jaden. He's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was excited for him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super proud of him that he did that on his own, bro. It's just like every chance he gets, he makes me proud. You know what I mean? Like sometimes he annoys me. I ain't gonna front. He ain't the perfect kid. He's a pain in my ass sometimes. But he's a good kid, and I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain at all.
That's good, man. That's good. Hey, wow.
Yeah, Jaden working.
I mean, it was like a little bitty kid, man.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
God. Oh. Well,
yeah,
he definitely found his way though.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Because for a long time, man, my biggest fear, just as a dad, was my kid, like, and I don't want to sound fucked up when I say this, but I didn't want him to become a drug addict, bro. That is my biggest fear, is one of my kids becoming a drug addict. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I've seen that in my family so much that, or an alcoholic, or just any of those things where like it's problematic for everybody who's around you.
The addiction takes over.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize is that, you know, when addiction is near, it doesn't just affect
just that
the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They think
everybody.
it's everybody around them. It's everybody in your immediate circle, because you have the addiction, but everybody has the problem. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is dealing with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were addicted to something and you went off into the fucking sunset and just, you know, were addicted to that shit over there, and I have to deal with you, that'd be fine. But most people who are addicted to something live around the people they need to live off of.
They need,
you know what I'm saying?
They
need a place to stay. They need food. I'm broke. I'm stealing your PlayStation to buy drugs. Like, you laugh, nigga. It's a true story, bro. Like, these are real stories. Like, I'm not even lying, bro. I can't even. Man. I can tell you the stories I've seen and heard, bro. But that's what I'm saying, bro. So that was my biggest fear, because I know if God forbid that were to happen to one of my kids, you know, it will fall on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to deal with it, and it's just, oh man, it's just. It's just bad, bro. I just feared that. That's my, bro. Some people's biggest fears is like dying by a shark, or falling off a building, or I don't know, some other bullshit. My biggest fear is that, bro. I don't fear anything. I don't care about anything, but that is one thing I like, super scared of happening. You know what I'm saying? Which I hope it never does. But if it did, I will just be heartbroken and so stressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and that's why I try to raise these kids to be different, dog, because I don't know, bro. I can't. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with that if that were to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I just hope everybody's kids grow up to be something more than what you were. You just want them to be a better person than you were, growing up.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, all right. Enough mumbo jumbo on my end. I don't know if I can sit here and fucking guidance counsel somebody to death, bro.
That was a good check-in, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Good check-in. Yeah.
All right, cool. So now I need you to educate me on this topic you're about to jump into.
All right. We are talking Donald Trump and his big beautiful bill.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump was able to get his big beautiful bill passed. And what this bill is about, let me put some reinforcement here. Excuse me. Okay, so in this bill, the main things are tax cuts and extensions.
Okay.
Medicaid restrictions, increasing the state and local tax deduction, border security funding, $1,000 Trump accounts for child savings, restrictions on food stamps, rolling back clean energy programs, and addressing the debt limit. So that's what the
Okay, so I think I did hear this, but I didn't know it was called Big Beautiful Bill.
Well, it's actually called something. It has a different name, but he's calling it the Big Beautiful Bill.
Yeah, it sounded like something he was saying. It's a big, beautiful bill. I'm telling you right now, everybody's gonna love it. Nobody, even from the Democrats to the Republicans, everybody's gonna love it. It's big. It's the big, beautiful bill. Like, I could just hear him saying that shit.
It's the best bill in history, because everything is the best in history.
Yeah, everything's gonna be the best. Everything. You guys voted for it. It's here. It's now. It's beautiful.
Okay. So the tax thing, they were in this bill, they were saying that the the tax cuts is really for rich people. So it's going to give rich people tax cuts and increase taxes on the middle class. I think the only people that it really helps is like waiters. So like the waiters that they won't get taxes. They won't get taxed on their tips and things like that. And then the Medicaid restrictions. That's more for like the elderly not being able to get health care that they need. Border security funding.
Of course.
I don't really know what to say about the border, man. I don't know if that's good or bad, but all I know is the money has to come from somewhere, which is me. The $1,000 Trump accounts for child savings. No clue what that's about. I have no clue what that is about. Restrictions on food stamps. I somewhat agree, but not. I don't know if I strongly agree, but no. When you're in the grocery store and you have to pay for everything, like you got like 5 items in your cart, and it's something that you need, like food wise. You get to the cash register, man. You got 5 items, and you spend like almost $200 on 5 items, right? And then you looking. You take a look around, you see these people with.
Go ahead. Say it, bro. Because I feel the same way, bro.
You see these people with these big ass, like 2 buggies.
2 buggies.
Just full of
bro.
Junk, bro.
There's no way you're going to eat all that food today. All this month. Bro, I hate, bro.
And it's like, oh my God, bro. It's like they it's too much money because like you got popsicles, you got like fruit gushers and all that kind of stuff, and here I am trying to get some chicken, some cheese,
and one Snicker bar that you got to pay $3 for.
Yeah, it's like is okay. So that I'm kind of on board with that one.
I think they should restrict them from buying like junk food. It should just be food.
But I think that's what they're rolling back on. I mean, trying to cut back on like the junk food.
I shouldn't have to go watch you take 2 buggies and have like 12 boxes of fucking Pepsis in that bitch.
About 8 Oreo packs stacked in the buggy, man. Like,
and then all your kids are fucking screaming and hooting and hollering and fucking throwing their Crocs around. I'm like, bro, get your goofy ass kids and leave them home, bro. Like, bring them to Walmart. I hate fucking Walmart. But I'm with you on that, dog. Listen, look, when we were young, we were on food stamps. My mom was on food stamps, so I've been a food stamp baby. I remember food stamps when they were physical money. You know what I'm saying?
It looked like Monopoly money.
Yeah, it wasn't a debit card. I remember going to the store and buying shit for my mom and being embarrassed coming back with change, But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the food stamps. I'm just saying there is so many people out there who need it and possibly can't get it, and people who get it and abuse it. So I think they need to figure out a way so people can stop abusing it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there who really don't need it and then end up selling their food stamps to people like me. You know what I mean? But all jokes aside is that, I see people like get like $400-$500 in food stamps and use maybe like $200 and the rest they sell. You know what I mean? And I don't know, dude. It's just, I think the food stamp shit it's a big problem because so many people rely on it and it's just a burden, bro. Like it is.
I feel the country would be like a much better place. Let's say it didn't matter how much money you made in order to get food stamps. Let's say that you were willing to volunteer in your community in some form or fashion, and then the government will in turn give you food stamps. So let's say you volunteer with the local sports team, help with them, or
pick up garbage.
Yeah, pick up garbage. Yeah, and
you're right.
You see some grass that need to be cut. So hey man, you get your lawnmower, you cut the lawn or whatever, keep it keep it nice and neat looking. And in return the government will give you food stamps or help you with light bill or something, man. Like it's like anything, but I don't know. It's like the people that we have in these offices, bro. It's like they're comfortable with the status quo, but the way
Right.
things are in America is just not. It's not. The American citizens are dead last.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're taking care of everything and everybody else first, and meanwhile, hardworking citizens such as you and I, doing the best we can to make a living. Like we're suffering from every single decision that they're making, and all
Yeah.
we asking for is just a little help, man. Just
No,
just just a little
absolutely.
help.
Yeah. I feel the same way. It's just I think with the future, like literally we're walking into it, bro. Like we're just a couple, probably decades away from literally the future reshaping the way we live, just in
Mm-hmm.
general, bro. Like we are literally 1 foot in and out of current life and then like future life. Like seriously, if you really think about it, bro, 1 foot is still here
Mm-hmm.
where we pay for shit with cash, and then 1 foot is out where we're paying with shit with our fingerprints and our eyeballs. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or our fucking just our face. Like technology is at the forefront of reshaping the way we do everyday things, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally yesterday, I'm on my phone and I'm looking for shit to make just like I'm looking for shit to just make life easier for me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like I don't even have to take my debit card out anymore. I can scan shit with my finger. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I have a pay thing on my bracelet. Like I don't even need my phone or debit card. Bro,
Damn.
like I'm looking up shit like this. Like I'm like, yo, I want to get some new technology. And I'm like, yo, AI is coming about crazy. Like everything is AI driven now, bro. Like so, what people need, and I say this, softly, but what people on food stamp need to realize that with the AI shit coming about, a lot of people are gonna lose jobs, bro. So there's either gonna be more people on food stamps or more homeless people, and the problem with that is that I feel like people are not realizing that you're going to if you got a job that a computer can do, you're going to lose your job in the next 10 years. Period. You know what I mean? If you are doing a job that a computer can do or some kind of mechanical device, like for instance, flipping burgers or making french fries, you're going to lose your job. It
Yeah.
I'm just saying you're going to lose it. It's happening now, but on a greater scale, 10, 20 years, you are going to go into a McDonald's and there's gonna be nobody in there. It's like that almost right now, bro. I go into McDonald's, bro. I went into a Dunkin' Donuts like a week ago with Jess.
Mm-hmm.
We walk in. As soon as you walk in, there's a kiosk there. I ain't fucking with the kiosk because one is Dunkin' Donuts, and two, I don't even. This kiosk doesn't tell me how many donuts you have and don't have. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking to talk to a person, like a person.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, there's kids in the back. I mean, everybody in Dunkin' Donuts look like they're 12 years old. There's all these fucking young kids in the back running around. They don't acknowledge me because it says use kiosk only.
Mm.
Okay, but I want to know what kind of donuts. What if I use the kiosk and you don't have the donut I want? The kiosk says you have it, but you don't. Now you're substituting for some shit I don't like. Anyway, everything was through the kiosk. So my point is that nobody wants everybody's gonna lose their job at one point from AI. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
there's gonna be 4 machines back there doing donuts and one person just watching the machines.
My first time dealing with the AI like that was Checkers. I don't know if you eat
Yeah, I
Checkers,
love
but
checkers. We used to fuck with checkers heavy in
when
Georgia.
you whatever Checkers you go to, I don't know if it's just like in any other city, but I know here in Augusta, every Checker that you go to, you talk to an AI. Like the AI takes your order, and if the
Yeah.
AI if the AI is not able to really comprehend what it is they're trying to get somebody to get on
somebody get on the line.
Get on the mic, whatever. But for the most part, it's able to understand what you're saying, and you talk to the AI and then go to the window. Yeah. And it was kind of weird at first, but you get used to it, man.
It's weird at first, yeah, but after a while, you don't even realize that it's replacing jobs.
Yeah, it really is.
It's replacing, and they always and it's what bugs me is that all these big IT smart business people will be like, it's not replacing jobs, it's creating. No, it's not. It's replacing.
It's replacing.
It's replacing more jobs than it's creating.
Yes.
Okay, for every one AI is replacing 2 jobs easy, or maybe 3, depending on how many shifts you got going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because so let's take checkers for example. Without that AI, you probably got 5 people working in there. So with that AI to take orders, you probably get rid of 3 people. Now you got 2 in there. So that's what they're trying to do. But since we're talking AI, did you see the was it China? They had the robot kickboxing match. Did you see that?
No, but it sounds like some shit China would do.
You gotta hold on. Let me see.
I'll definitely look that up. But I've seen the Robot Expo that happened like a couple months ago, and they had this crazy robot that this motherfucker was kicking, and he would get up off the ground and like, yeah, nigga, that ain't do shit. Yo, it was wild, bro. Like he was kicking this whole machine on the floor, and then he was pointing a gun at it, and the machine would put his hands up. It was nuts, bro. It was nuts.
Yo,
like the machine was responding to everything he was doing to it.
That's crazy.
The machine was jumping on top of boxes. It was doing like rolls, like ground rolls, like after he jumped off the box. Bro, it was so nuts. And then they had like this. Remember that dog one they had a couple years ago? Like they redid that shit, and even that shit is more agile. Like they hooked up, like they did a whole demonstration where they hooked up like fake guns to its back, and it can do like army shit and like crawl and like run really fast with like a turret on its back. Bro, it was bugged, bro.
Yo, that's
the most insane shit I've seen. I'm telling you, mark my words, my boy. And oh shit, they got gloves on too. Why they even have helmets on?
Bro, I guess. This is crazy though, bro.
It's a Muay Thai match?
Kickboxing. Yeah. Kickboxing.
Okay.
And like they and then they get up by themselves, bro.
Oh shit, that is scary, bro.
That's weird, bro.
Are they being controlled by somebody, or are they just doing this on their own?
They're doing it on their own, bro.
I'm telling you, listen, boy. I am telling you, decade or 2, we are going to be so fucked,
bro. That's crazy.
If you don't catch up and come up with a way to make money, bro, we're gonna be living in cyberpunk. I'm telling you, in an alleyway somewhere with steam coming out of the walls.
I feel like in this kind of stuff, like we are behind because me and you know comic book fans and like anime and all this kind of stuff. So did you see where I think it's Japan where they built like a real life Gundam?
Yeah, the Gundam. Yeah,
bro.
They actually just dismantled it and moved it to a museum.
That's crazy, man.
Bro, the whole thing moved, bro. It didn't walk, but it did do steps, and it did move arms and head, and
that's why,
bro. They're on the way. If they made that big and make him.
Bro, we about to have real life Gundams, bro. This is crazy.
I'm telling you, in 10 to 20, I'm telling you, in a couple decades, bro, we're gonna be flying suits into outer space and fighting meteors.
Dang.
Right? I'm telling you, bro, it's out. And the crazy thing is that everybody thinks that the United States is in the forefront of this technology.
But we're not.
We're not. We are really not. It's China, it's Taiwan, it's Japan. And even though China makes cheap shit, when it comes to when they're building their shit not cheap. They built us cheap shit because we stupid and buy it. But they shit is not cheap. I'm telling you, China will send us everything to build something, and that shit'll break. But they shit ain't breaking. Listen, you want to test my theory? I learned this from an old friend of mine. So, like, go to a Chinese store. And you know when you see the little Chinese, they always have their kids in there. They eating. They're always playing game and eating in the store. See what they eating versus what they serving. They not eating what they serving. They serve that nasty shit to us. That Chinese food that we eat is not Chinese food. That's some fucked up shit that they just scrabbled up in the bag. Chinese don't eat the Chinese food they cook for us, bro. That shit is not the same. You go and look at their plates and they eating something totally different. And they Chinese kids. They eating some crazy ass yummy dumplings that don't look nothing like the ones they got up on the fucking thing.
True.
So what I'm trying to say is that China got the money and the time to build some shit. You know what I mean? But with that being said, the United States does have the money to just buy out all this technology. So that's another thing we do. Oh, you guys are building that? All right, here's $1 billion. We own it now. You know what I
mean? I don't know about that one though.
They do that a lot, man. Or they'll go and they'll buy the scientists or whoever that came up with the idea, throw them a bunch of money, and now they work for the United States. So how you think the atomic bomb was made, bro? It wasn't made by us. There's probably some German nigga that they went and they paid him off and like, hey, come make. Which I'm pretty sure I'm kind of right, but I don't know if he was German. I think he was, but I'm not sure. But anyway, long story short, we can buy anything we want as long as we got the bread.
Okay. So one more question. What do you think about Trump and Elon Musk no longer being buddies?
I don't know. I thought that was weird. How did what even happened that happened like that?
The big beautiful bill. So so Elon formed Doge, right? Department of Government Expense or whatever.
Yeah.
And
efficiency,
yeah. Okay, his job was to look at the budget and see where unnecessary spending was, and then cut it out. So then Trump comes with this bill. Elon Musk looking at the bill and he's saying that this is unnecessary spending.
So he's mad because he's doing. Yeah.
So Elon spoke out against Trump. So now they're not buddy no more.
That is a unique situation to be in. I hope. I mean, if Elon is saying, and this is the thing that a lot of people give Elon backlash, but he's a really smart guy. He's gonna find some shit. But if he found unnecessary spending and he cuts it out, and then like you go and you take all the money you save and do some other shit, it's like, whoa, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on, man. If we're on a diet together and I leave, you can't go eat pizza. Like, what the fuck, dude? So. Oh, yeah, I totally understand Elon's side of it, but if the big beautiful bill is gonna help some people, then whatever. But I ain't gonna front. I did hear that they also in that bill. I could be wrong, but I thought I read that he is not taxing overtime.
Oh yeah. He's not.
So I thought that was a pretty good deal because I usually don't take much overtime because they tax.
Yeah, they tax it, and it's like you're working for nothing.
So for me, it's like I never work more than like 45 hours or like maybe 50 hours overtime. Like 10 hours overtime is what I'm trying to say. Because after like 50 hours, like forget it. It'll go from like I'll make an extra $600-700, and then I'll make 1,000, but like I'll still get $600-700, which is crazy. I'm like, bro, they tax the fuck out of it, so it's almost like not even worth it.
It ain't worth it, man.
So if there's no tax on overtime, then my overtime will be looking crazy. I will actually want to work overtime because I will be making fucking buku dollars. But yeah, dude, I think that'd be a good look. But I really think that they should give us a tax break just on across the board, man. I'm talking about like
but
you know what I mean, like it's just, but I know it's not gonna happen because these motherfuckers are greedy. They always got these fucking fat white politicians just being greedy. But I don't know, man. They need to cut some of their jobs because God knows they get paid way too much.
It's way too many of them for anything to get done, man. It's way too many of anything to get done.
Here's one thing I learned, bro. If you have a whole room full of dudes who can't agree on something and they got all that testosterone, then you add a couple of fucking women who think they got balls too, ain't nothing gonna come to an agreement, bro. Ain't nothing happening.
Okay, so one more question.
Go ahead.
Have you heard rumblings of World War III?
Oh man, there's been rumbling in that shit forever, dude. Just pick a time. It's like,
okay, so
I mean, if there's any reason that we're closer to it now, then yeah, I believe we're closer to it now more than ever.
Okay,
but,
so
I mean, technically, it's. Well, I mean, if you really look at it, we're almost. This is the interlude to it. We're already helping other countries fight each other.
But
it's a whole world going on right now. We just didn't announce it yet. It's not declared World War yet.
This is why I asked, because
we don't have boots on the ground.
So
yet,
Russia,
you know what I mean?
was it Russia bombed? Who did they bomb?
Russia bombed Ukraine over the weekend, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
And killed and blew up a bunch of buildings.
And Donald Trump spoke out against Putin. You know, the Trump and Putin will be tight. So the former president of Russia kind of sort of hinted at World War III because
what he said.
I don't know exactly what he said, but his comment, because I was reading the article and I can't remember word for word what he said, but his comments, he kind of sort of slightly, but not really, was hinting at World War III because of Trump's critique of Putin.
Yeah,
because Trump was saying he don't know what's going on with Putin. And that he didn't really agree with the airstrike, and he spoke out against it.
Yeah.
And then that guy, not Putin, but the former Russian president, I think who it was.
Yeah.
He made some comments, and it was kind of hitting at World War III. Now, the reason why that's concerning is because you have Putin, who's obviously doing what he's doing, and then you got Trump, who's doing what he's doing. These two egomaniacs, man.
Mm-hmm.
At any given time, they'll press that button.
Yeah. Well, I mean, realistically, though, Russia has depleted in, just everything. Manpower, weapons, firepower. It is everything, bro. Like, they've been at this war. The country is fatigued, bro. Like, they could not afford a world war against anybody right now. Like, bro, come on. They're having a hard time with Ukraine. And Ukraine is like a speck on the map. And you can't take up, bro. At this point, you could have took over the whole country, but you haven't. You know what I'm saying? So there's obviously something there that's stopping it.
That's because America is allied with Ukraine, right?
I mean, technically, yes, but they're not part of NATO. So we have no, like, if they were to invade, like, literally, we don't have to do anything because they're not part of anything. I mean, we're buddies with them, but it's like having that friend up the block you kind of know, but if he gets into a fight, you won't help him. Kind of. Like, oh, I know him, but I'm not. He's fighting. I'm not gonna help him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think Russia can afford a world war, especially that it's us and versus them, and China is already getting choked out by tariffs and shit like that. So, like, you got these big powers, and they show all their feathers and their muscles, and they're banging on their chest, but in the background, like, they really don't want the smoke, bro. It's kind of just calling bluff, boy. Like, I don't think Russia can afford to go against, any one of us. I don't even want to say United States. They can't afford to go against Japan. They can't afford UK or any of the EUs, and they just can't, bro. It's not gonna happen. They know that this is the only thing they got. And yeah, okay, they have nukes. Okay, big fucking everybody at this point got a nuke. So if that's if that's the direction we're going, then nobody wins because the world is done. But I don't know. I really think they can't afford a World War III. Honestly, they've been. Listen, their own people don't even want to fuck with Russia right now. Like you got people leaving Russia because they don't want to be part of that war anymore. They already know it's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. If Russia didn't take over Ukraine at this point, they're not going to. It's just a dragged out war to sell drones. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, DJI stock went through the roof because they fucking every drone you see out there is made by DJI or that Australia company who's making those big ones that you just throw them in the sky and they go right to where they need to go and they blow up.
Dang.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, bro, I don't think Russia has the wits and the smarts to this new age. And this is back to what I was saying earlier. We're in a new age where war is not even the same anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have people out there just shooting each other behind a barrel like they used to do back in the cartoons. We're not doing that. Like niggas is literally hiding in a bush somewhere, throwing drones and blowing up buildings. I mean, it's a different kind of war, bro. It's literally like playing the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, bro. Like niggas is disappearing into the walls with cloaks on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nuts, bro. You got little RC cars driving around, blowing up little Korean guys. I mean, if Korea had to send troops to Russia, bro, trust me, they do not want a world war, bro. They cannot afford it with money and people. They just can't. They know they can't. They know it, or else it would have been happened. This is all just talk, bro. Those Russian niggas is just talk. They can't afford a world war, bro. I promise you. With all the technology that we have, Japan has, UE has, bro, they will have to. Their nuke probably won't even make it halfway over here before it blows up in the sky, is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these things never been launched or tested, so we don't even know if these nukes even fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they're going to land. They probably drop them and they land in the middle of the fucking water. Like, a lot of this technology is old as fuck, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, we're not living in the same world from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, these guys are wearing VR headsets and driving drones. Like I watch videos. These guys are sitting in bunkers with they look like VR headsets, which they kind of are, and they're driving these drones and blowing up Korean and Russians like it's a fucking game. Like I'm dead ass serious. It's so crazy, bro. It's nuts. Flying missiles, unmanned planes now. They got unmanned aircraft that are bigger than drones. They look like probably mini little airplanes, and they're going out there and blowing up buildings, bro. And they're making them making them cheap and fast. Mm-hmm. And they just it's nuts, bro. It's different. It's different. So World War III is not gonna be like a bunch of niggas riding up on the beach and screaming Independence Day. That's a World War III is gonna look totally different. It's gonna be hacking, turning off lights in cities, erasing government. You know, it's gonna be that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a technology World War III, dog. They're gonna turn off lights. They're gonna suffocate your bank accounts. They're gonna dirt pollute your water. You know, you're gonna lose your job. You know, it's gonna be that. Yeah. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that, bro. I promise you. But yeah. So
yeah. That was a good.
I know that was a good
discussion.
That was good. Yeah, we definitely have to do a pod where we just talk like conspiracy theories, bro.
Okay.
Like some random shit. We make up some shit, man. There's so much shit out there. So much shit out there. All right, though. We got anything else going on, or that'll be that?
That'll be that, man.
Awesome. All right, so we did a good job today. I mean, we kind of winged it today for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
even though my goddamn computer was acting like a fucking fool today. I don't know what was up with that. It's crazy because, like I said, I would use it, no problem. It's when I start potting, it's when I act up. But yeah. So I guess we'll wrap this shit up. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And we'll definitely holler at you next week. My name is Ninja.
I am XP Early Bird.
And this is What's Going On podcast.
Yes.
And we will check you guys out on the next one. Later, people.
Peace, people.